Hi, my name is Akankshya Upadhyay and I am your English instructor. In today's class, we will be solving the exercise portion of Unit 14, which is asking for permission. So let's begin.
Let's begin the chapter by going through the conversation between a mother and her children, and let's find out how the children ask for permission to their mother. It's winter. Saurav and Saswat are twins. Saurav is busy with his laptop in a sitting room. Saswat is doing assignment in his study room. Their mother, Tripta, is watering plants in the garden. Sports Day invitation card is lying on the table. Suddenly, Saurav happens to see the invitation card and his eyes sparkle. Saurav, hooray! Only 7 days to the Sports Day. Looking at Saswat. Good heavens, Saswat. Come out, shut up all books. And let's have some practice for the Sports Day. Saswat, in a low voice. I know, but you must remember that our examination is near. I want to use every single minute I can get for study. I'm sorry, I can't join you. Is it okay if we go for practice in the evening? Tripta enters. Hey, are you going to make a fuss? Saurav, Mom, absolutely not. Saswat, actually, he's just insisting that I should go for practice. Mom, I prefer to study rather than practice sports because our examination is near. Please tell him not to disturb me. Tripta, oh Saurav, I know you are planning to go for a practice, aren't you? Saurav, yes Mom. Tripta sits. You don't say so. Well, you are good at sports. Even if you don't practice, you will bag at least 4 gold medals. Saurav, In fact, I am thinking of a hat trick in 400-meter race. Saswat, oh, I see. Saurav goes near Tripta and says, don't you know, Mom, all a man wants to get on in the world is some brain, common sense, and plenty of push. Looking at Saswat, one can't learn these things from books. Tripta, aren't you spoiling your intellectual growth for the sake of sports? Saurav, I loathe a thin, pale, narrow chest, poor eyesight, and hunchback. I love living the moments. Look at my broad chest and feel my bicep. I like to live in the present. It's all possible because of my sports. They make me alive. Sticking oneself at heap of books out of my imagination. Saswat angrily. I know. You mean to say I am too consumed in books. My dear, don't forget what is important in the present time. You are master of your soul. Do what you feel like doing. For me, my mind is far more important than my body. I cultivate my mind, you develop your body. Tripta, can you please stop this argument? Well, you both are right and both are wrong. Saurav, you need to be a little cautious about your study. And Saswat, you have to have little physical exercise for your holistic development. Saswat, okay Mom, is it all right if I carry on with my studies now? Saurav, if so, may I go for practice now? I will be back soon. Tripta, so for today, both of you practice for some times and afterwards settle down for a thorough revision. Saswat, sure, I have already done half of it. Tripta, Saurav, what about you? Saurav, would you mind if I start my study after the games practice? Is it okay if I wear my new jersey? Tripta, it's okay. Saurav, Mom, would it be possible for us to go on a bike? This way we can save our time. Tripta, oh no, are you kidding? You must have your driving license first. You'd better go by bus. Saswat, I think we'll be late. Do you mind if I request you to drop us there? Tripta, is it all right if you return by bus? Saswat and Saurav, it's okay. Thank you, Mom. All exit. Now let's begin with the exercise. The first one is as usual. Let's enrich our vocabulary. The first one is we need to match the phrases under column A with the phrases under column B. There are 6 phrases under column A and 6 under column B. Now we need to match them. The first phrase is to make a fuss. So in the text, mother enters the room and when she hears the argument between her sons, she says, are you going to make a fuss? Now, in this sentence, make a fuss does not mean to in order to get or keep. The second option is begin to give attention to something. Making a fuss does not mean beginning to give something like beginning to give attention to something. It does not mean that. Making a fuss also does not match with complete or all-round development. Show anger or complain about something unimportant. So to make a fuss means to show anger or complain about something unimportant. So this is the most probable continuation for making a fuss. And we have other two options, a lot of encouragement and careful about, which cannot match with making fuss too. So the answer is to make a fuss perfectly matches with show anger or complain about something. So we mark it A. Next we have plenty of push. So plenty of push means a lot of encouragement. It does not mean in order to get or keep, to give attention to something, or complete or all-round progress. But plenty of push means giving a person a lot of encouragement. Here the continuation for plenty of push is a lot of encouragement. Next we have for the sake of. So for the sake of definitely means in order to get or keep. So let's mark it down. Next we have settle down. So when we are having an argument, to settle down means to give attention to something or the other people talking to you and then considering his ideas. So settle down means to begin to give attention to something. It does not mean complete or all-round progress, and it does not mean careful about too. So settle down can be continued with begin to give attention to something. Now cautious about. To be cautious is to be careful. So cautious about perfectly matches with careful about. Finally, holistic development means complete or all-round development or complete or all-round progress. So we have F here. And there we match all the headings under column A with the headings under column B. Next we have Saswat and Saurav have used different expression to ask for permission. Look at the following table and make as many sensible sentences as possible. The question is asking us to find sentences that can be made with the help of this table. So one sentence can be, may I go for a practice now? The first sentence could be, may I go for a practice now? Similarly, another could be, is it okay if I request you to drop us there? Or is it okay if you return by bus? So this is another probable statement or sentence that can be formed. Is it okay if you return by bus? Or is it okay if I request you to drop us there? Next we can have, would you mind if I request you to drop us there? So third we have, would you mind if I request you to drop us there? This is another probable sentence. We can have, is it alright if I wear my new jersey? Also you can say, would you mind if I go for a practice now? Also we can have, is it alright if I go for a practice now? Again we can have, would it be possible for us to go on your bike? There are many more sentences which can be formed by using this table, but for now we are just listing 4 of them, and I have already said few others. Now it's your work to find many more. So there can be several sentences by using these combinations. Please do it. And for now we are moving to the next exercise. The third exercise asks us to put the following sentences in correct order. So here are the list of sentences. We have 7 sentences and we need to put them in correct order. So mother allows son to go for a practice. This happens only when the mother knows about the sports company. This happens only when the mother knows about sports competition. So this cannot be the first sentence. Saurav asks for permission from his mother. This cannot be the first sentence either. Saswat prefers cultivating his mind rather than going for practice. Saswat dislikes going from bus and requests his mother to drop them. So this is probably towards the end of the order. Mother asks her son to go by bus. So this is again another end. Mother objects Saurav's proposal. Saurav is very excited because of an approaching sports day. So the last sentence in this exercise should be the first one in the conversation we just read. So Saurav is excited because of an approaching sports day should be the first sentence. So let's write one. Next, we can have Saurav asks for permission from his mother. So he is excited, and then when he asks for permission from his mother, the mother objects his proposal. So here in 6th bullet we have mother objects Saurav's proposal. So let's mark it 3 there. Next, mother allows son to go for a practice could be the 4th one. Let's see if we have missed something else. Saswat prefers cultivating his mind rather than going for practice. Saswat dislikes going from bus and requests his mother to drop them. Mother asks her son to go by bus. So remaining 3 don't seem like they come before mother allows son to go for practice. So this bullet is marked the 4th in order. Next, we have Saswat prefers cultivating his mind rather than going for practice. So this could be the 5th one. Now we have 2 left. Saswat dislikes going from bus and requests his mother to drop them. So this happens when mother asks the son to go by bus. So this should be the 6th bullet and this the 7th in the order. A quick tip for you to solve these kind of questions. First, read the text once thoroughly and then read these bullets thoroughly, and then you'll get an idea about which comes towards the end and which towards the beginning. And you can easily do that once you read it. So before solving it, try reading it once. Now we have one last exercise left for today's class, which is read and answer. The first question is, how are Saswat and Saurav different from each other? The answer is, Saswat likes studying whereas Saurav likes playing. In other words, Saswat likes cultivating his mind while Saurav likes developing his body. The next question is, what according to Saurav are the benefits of involvement in sports? And the answer is, according to Saurav, having a broad chest and biceps are the benefits of involvement in sports. Also, he thinks sports keep a person alive. The next question is, what should we do for holistic development? For holistic development, one needs to get involved in sports as much as studying. Study and sports are 2 sides of a coin for holistic development. This brings us towards the end of our exercise. However, I have 2 homework questions for you. The first question is, what do you think is more important, books or sports? Explain. So this is an opinion question. My opinion can be different from your opinion. I think you can begin your answer by saying, I think books are more important than sports because books help in broadening your mind. And then you can continue writing about the advantages of books. And then if you think sports is more important than books, you can again write your answer by supporting the fact that sports is more important and beneficial. So you can write advantages of sports. You can say, by involvement in sports, your mind becomes fresh. And then you can say, maybe when your mind is fresh, you can read your books really well. So sports is more important than books. Or you can say anything. That's your opinion. And the second question is, if you were the mother, how would you convince Saswat to go for practice? Begin your answer by writing, if I were the mother, I would convince Saswat to go for practice by explaining him about the benefits a person can get by involvement in sports. And then continue your answer. This is all for today's class. If you have any questions, any suggestions, or anything that you wish to share with us, please feel free to write to us at learning@deerwalk.edu.np. Thanks for watching.